up, everyone? Sorry for the delay, but welcome into this week's Comic Book Women Present the runners-up for the week ending June 17th, 2025. Yeah, it's worth the wait because this is a fun list. There's a lot of variety. I'm doing the comments. I'm so sorry, Lucy. I forgot. I was like clicking them while you were clicking them. But yeah, we got a full crew tonight. This doesn't happen very often. So we got all the girls here. We have a really good list. Before we get started, though, shout out to Covrprice. They are our sponsors. And shout out to Bird City Comics. Same deal. If you look in the description, there's little codes that you can use to get discounts and stuff. Let's do a quick round table. Sarah, hi.
Hello. Happy Tuesday. How are you?
It's been a long week. It's been busy. I feel like I just am constantly going. But I'm excited to be here with you guys. I can't believe we have all four of us here for once, which is nice.
I know. Last week it was the three of us were gone and just six. Lauren in here holding the fort. But yeah, it happens.
They can't trade me in though. They're trying to trade me in. Oh, you're wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
I'm in my Bird City gear. Yeah.
I know. I was gonna do the dark side, but I thought I'd show off my XMen shirt. So
Good choice. Lucy, how's it going, beautiful?
Good. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good. Life is good. I can't complain. Yeah, this list is interesting. I was talking to the guys. It's the first time where I don't see like a ton of books or a lot of indie. Like we're starting to see like some really interesting big two stuff hitting the list, which is fun. Yeah, just excited.
Yeah, how are you, Jen?
You know, I've been working two jobs for a year, and I really thought after 3 months that I would know how to balance two jobs. Nope. So sorry, guys.
It's tricky. I think right now I'm technically working 3. Oh, and the kids, if you count. Does being a mom count?
Yes, absolutely.
Of course.
Okay, then 4. I'm balancing 4. And you know what the key is, Jen? Finding places like this where you can just kind of come and hang out and chill and recharge.
But a couple things I have like a time deadline on, and like, so because we're preparing books for tomorrow, and then things need to be shipped out, and I'm like, do I go on Comic Book Women, or do I try to finish these things so I'm not like late?
Man,
Be late.
Yeah, priorities, right? We're more important. The shipping can wait.
Right.
I used to stress so much about shipping, and it's like most people are pretty cool about it. Like, they're like not dying to get their books. They're like, okay, it's fine. They're pretty patient.
They get their books when they get their books. They can
The mail is this ever crazy portal because I have something I got to ship too. So,
well, I think your guys' setup is different. The store that I work for, a list gets populated every Thursday, and then from there, things that get so. I'm trying to get things done so by Thursday it's all ready for them to pull. So it's only once a week technically. That might change soon because imagine you want to get a book and you buy it on Friday or on Saturday, and then you don't see it move until next Thursday. Ooh.
Yeah. I get your thing, but we're happy you're here. That's the whole point here. We're glad you're here.
You're right.
Did you guys buy your Superman tickets?
No.
Oh yeah, I got mine a long time ago.
Okay,
What?
Where did Superman tickets?
Oh,
I got mine off Fandango.
Oh, did you get that pack?
I did. Ellie got one pack. She got the one with the comic book. I got the one with the little echo.
Okay, so did you read it? Is it free 4 tickets? Or it's not free, but
I thought
it was 2.
so when I looked into it, it says like 4, and I was like, "What?" I haven't used it yet. I haven't like used the code yet.
No, mine said 2, and it actually had a picture of 2.
Yours said 2, but I wonder if Ellie said 4.
No, she said hers was 2 too because we bought both, and I'm like, oh, our whole family can go.
Oh, okay.
Like she's like, I'll do 2, and then you and I can go this one, or since we can't be in the same theater. But
Sarah, where'd you get yours from?
I haven't gotten mine yet, but I want to do I think is it IMAX, or I put it in our group chat where
the fan event.
Yeah, and then you get a different comic. So
yeah,
so Lucy, just buying the ticket.
You're not yet.
No, no. I'm kind of like whatever about it, honestly. Like right now,
I can't wait. So so excited to see it. I think it looks so good. Like I'm excited about it. It's in equal measure with Fantastic Four for me. Those are like the two that I really want.
What I was hoping for was that the Fandango ticket would work for the IMAX fan event. It does not.
No.
Jen's trying to get all the exclusive comics.
Well, so that's what I did is I bought both. And Britt was like, what? And I'm like, yeah. So at 6:00 on Thursday, we have to go see at 6:00. She's like, why 6? I'm like, because that's the fan event for the free comic. Yeah. She's like, okay, but what was the Fandango thing? I'm like, okay, well, that's just a code we can use later so we can see it again. And she's like, how many times are we going to see Superman? And I'm like, hey, hang on. We saw Wonder Woman how many times? And she was like, yeah, that was a lot.
In theaters, once.
Oh, Britt saw the first Wonder Woman. I think it was 5 times, 6 times.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, because then we brought family and you want to share the movie with people, and I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, let's get started on this list because we're going to be on a tangent all night. You can tell we haven't seen each other, like all 4 of us. We're just chilling here. Okay, let's dive in. Sarah, are you cool going first?
Absolutely. So we will start with Daredevil Volume 1, number 150. Remember the Vision show we were supposed to get? Well, it's still on. Rumors are spreading that we may get a surprising character popping up. This character would be Paladin, potentially played by Todd Stashwick in the upcoming Vision Quest show. He's under the radar villain who has an expansive backstory with Marvel. He's not just a Daredevil villain, but has duked it out with the likes of the Avengers and the Punisher, and was even a member of the Thunderbolts at one point. His first appearance in this book is an interesting one to see on this list, but with a wealth of history to pull from, Paladin might slip right into the wider MCU. We've tracked 11 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 4%, with a high sale of $33 for a very fine raw copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $16. What do we think about villains?
This is funny. This is such a the guys and I were making fun of this last week because it's just such a I don't want to say a D-list villain, but it's just one of those books that people didn't really care about. So it's just great to see this on here. But what do you guys think?
I think it's rando villain. random villain for like the Vision, in particular with such a series, you want to get a hook into people.
Well, I mean, they use Condiment Man in the Harley Quinn series, so I wonder if they're trying to like make him cool. Like, how can we make Paladin cool?
I don't know. It's a bit of a stretch. It's like there's so many villains you could have gone with, but fine. It's an interesting choice, and it's still pretty obtainable, so that's kind of nice, right?
Yeah. We're all like kind of like lost for words with this. It's just kind of like,
well, Muse was a cooler choice. Like that backstory and that Muse as a villain is just so badass anyway. So, but this is just different to me. So, all right, number 20, Daredevil, volume number 1, issue 150, and yeah, I mean, near mint fair market value, $16. It's still pretty attainable. What do we have for number 19, Lucy?
Ooh, This Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 1, 299 by Todd McFarlane. Another first appearance debate. Todd himself stated that this book was considered the first appearance of Venom for quite some time. Then the debate shifted to ASM 300, which has been considered the first appearance of Venom since. But the book has ballooned in value. While this book is still pretty attainable, just the fact that McFarlane spoke on the debate at all has caused collectors to resist, with some looking to this book at the now the de facto
first Venom. It's like what Jenny Frison just did to us, Lucy.
Did she?
But we knew that.
No, that's it makes me so mad. So basically,
when we did the show on Jenny Frison, we talked about this.
we knew that was the first one that she was commissioned to do, but we decided as a panel, the first one printed counted. I don't know if we did, but I'm saying we did now.
I gotta go watch it again.
We may have not decided that, but it's the same concept, Lucy. So McFarlane's like, oh,
gotcha. Okay. Because that's why I'm like, huh? What? I forgot about that.
Is this the one where Venom has a female hand?
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, before. What, can't remember what issue it is. It's been too long. There's an issue where Venom, when they first Spider-Man gets pushed, right? And when he gets pushed, his sense doesn't go off. And so you can't figure it out. But when you look at the panel, it's a female hand because it wasn't decided and then they changed it to a guy. Do you guys?
No, I didn't know that.
In the chat, help me out.
I don't know.
I know.
I know Spider.
Dang it. And I can't look up on my
No, I
computer.
saw the interview, Bruce, and that's what I'm saying. So Frizen's saying that it was hack slash. So congratulations, Sarah, because I don't have that one and you do. But I stand by Voltron. It's kind of like this: the market decides, and nobody's running to get $299 over $300.
But like it says it takes like from a few words from a creator to kind of like shake the aftermarket. And now, like, we track 14 copies sold, a 7-day growth trend of 5% with a high sell of 152 for a CGC 9.6 copy and a current Ron Neerman fair market value of $86. So, of creators, but sometimes even when the creators they talk, like, they'll talk about the book or whatever when they say it's the first appearance. A lot of the times, people don't care. They want to go like the same thing with the debate of 181 and 180. Like they're just gonna go with whatever it's convenient for them.
Well, usually,
I don't know.
Usually they go with what they have, right? Like
that's what I'm saying. Whatever is convenient to them.
That's true.
So there it is.
Thank you, Bruce.
And then Adam said too. Adam said it first. Sorry, but yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, it's a thing where it was a female hand that was Venom, but then they changed it.
Yeah.
It was a female hand. It had nail polish on it. Or was it just elegant?
It was a very feminine hand. It was a very feminine.
Feminine hand.
Of the trio.
This is on a downward trend, but I think that's just because a lot of people that own 300 probably have the $299 anyway. Like I think, at least I do. I feel like they kind of all go together.
I really like this cover, Michael. Like, I don't know, since it's the worst cover, like I like this. It's kind of fun. And it seems kind of fun to me.
I mean, it's not bad. 300 is obviously the iconic one. I'm trying to get 298. Anyway, all right. So number 19, sorry, The Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 1, number 299, Todd McFarlane, regular. And yeah, like Lucy was saying, an interview is what sparked this one to be on the list. Let's keep cruising. What do we have for 18? Oh my gosh, Jen, this is yours.
Oh, geez. This one again.
So, apparently, this also sparks debate about first appearance. Covrprice mentions the Malibu Sun. There's also a comic shop news. In a previews world that also has images of Spawn on it about like what's the first for Spawn, right? But actually, has Todd McFarlane talked about that yet or no? What he considers Spawn's true first appearance?
No. Not that I know of, anyway. I'm not sure, but I haven't heard anything.
Well, I don't think a creator would count a previews world or count a comic shop news.
That's stupid. That's dumb.
I said, hush your mouth, because I own that copy. I own the Malibu Sun number 13. And because of Rudy, I have this one. So
I think he would count the Malibu Sun, maybe. I don't think that he would count the previews world or the comic shop news one. But I think he'd count the Malibu. Sounds about right. Right?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So,
Michael Baker said what? For the record, Todd says Spawn 1 is... Oh.
You see?
Oh.
Michael.
Oh, hush your mic. Hush your mic.
Are you going to help Anan?
No, I didn't understand how this thing worked. I thought I was in
Why?
Yeah. You just brought me a cocktail. Okay.
Why were you?
Oh no, he has to cook. He's cooking dinner with the
I bought one
kids.
of those today.
He got to sign one of these today, though.
No.
What?
So, Spawn.
A Spawn?
I bought it and it was in a collection.
Nice.
Ooh.
Anyway, yeah, I would say I don't think there's much debate here. This is it, right?
Well, but technically, wouldn't the Malibu Sun or
you muted, Laura?
Oh,
you saying something, Laura?
Oh no, I was just telling you what I
Okay.
wanted.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I'm back. Sorry. All right. Anyways, Anthony's coming in and out. It's very distracting.
so would you
Still
consider
waiting.
if the creator is saying that Spawn 1 is the first, but technically there's Malibu Sun and there's a comic shop new previews world that have
But
like
it's
the image of the
previews.
character.
It doesn't. It
Previews
shouldn't
I wouldn't count for sure. Yeah, the Malibu Sun one. Can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Sarah, you have it, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for it. I mean,
Is it a full panel? Like, what are we talking here?
it is on the cover. He is on the cover. I think he's in the article, and then also, it's on the back of the previews too. And that's another thing too with that Malibu preview. I believe when it got printed, there was an error, and I think Spawn is a different color on the back. So
I would say that's cool if you're a collector, but this is still number one for me.
Well, wait, would it be like, oh gosh, for terminology, right? There's like cameo, and I think a cameo probably would be covered in like a previews type of a thing, right? Oh, there it is.
So he's like straight up on the cover, and it says Todd McFarlane's Spawn joins the Image universe.
I don't know now. I no longer have an opinion. This is getting too mucky.
I also like bad word censor sound.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty funny. When we were live, he used to do that all the time. He'd be like, and cuss out things. But yeah, I don't know. You guys, I think we're all kind of on consensus that we let the markets decide on this one. So I think I'll go with it again. That's the back.
There it is.
That's the back cover. And then let's see. Keep talking. I'm gonna look to see if I can find it.
Hey, Mo, thank you.
I mean, look at that.
Thank you, Mo.
Thank you, Mo.
Yeah,
Besos.
Oh yeah, thanks, Mo. Michael mentioned earlier that he thinks Spawn 1, but I wonder if that Malibu Sun is signed and like what he thinks of the Malibu Sun.
Well, it's not a comic too. There's the other thing.
Oh, gotcha.
But it does have comics in it, so I mean,
it's like a preview.
That's a comic.
But can you have it graded? Can you get like a 9.8 on that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sam's boss used to have one, and it was a 9.8.
Interesting. I don't know. I'm sticking with this one for now.
It says Spawn artwork is a copy of 1992 Todd McFarlane. Yeah, I would say this is just because I own it.
Well, I think Malibu Sun counts more. Biased. I think Malibu Sun counts more than the comic shop news or the previews because those are legitly just like it's so cool to have because it's what? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm having a hard time arguing that wouldn't count now that I'm looking at it. So for right now, we'll leave it. Number 18, Spawn number 1, Todd McFarlane, the direct edition. And let's see, we tracked 30 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 6% with a high sale of 170 for a 9.8 and a current raw near mint fair market value of $23. Not too shabby. All right, Sarah, what do we have for 17?
We've got the Amazing Spider-Man number 252, the Ron Friends regular cover. So this Venom first appearance debate has begun to snowball, obviously. Todd McFarlane, credited as the creator of Spawn, waded into the discussion and inadvertently muddied the waters for some. I mean, we had this discussion. The debate has been reignited, which constitutes a first appearance. good is a cameo? Does one panel count, etc., etc.? But the market is taking note as this book lands on our list. It's the debut of Spider-Man in the black suit that would later go on to become Venom. So here's the question. Does this constitute Venom's first appearance? We don't know, but the market is currently trying to figure that out. We've tracked 20 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 10%, with a high sale of $395 for the CGC 9.8 copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $156. Oh boy. Is this
It's like
the
a
first
theme
appearance
tonight.
of Venom?
Well,
I don't know
technically,
what to say.
I would say no. Only it would be the first appearance of the symbiote, right? Because he only
Mhm.
becomes Venom when he starts when Peter turns him down. I think that the name probably would have been different, right? Like him being rejected by Peter, having that hatred towards Peter for being rejected, and then bonding with Brock, who also had that hatred, is what formed the true Venom.
Yeah, this doesn't quite fit that same narrative. So I think I'm with you on that.
But first appearance symbiote, or would that be? Wait, or was that secret?
This
Secret
would be
Wars?
Secret Wars?
Yeah, I would say
What
this
was
is the first one.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you. Thank you.
Boss.
Thank you.
Thanks, Boss.
Pesos. Pesos.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it gets a little mucky. I think these creators need to stop causing ripples in our aftermarkets. No more interviews for anybody ever.
Well, it's better. It kind of helps a little bit, like for people to know. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, we've talked about this book so many times, guys. Like this has been on so many lists. Oh, I know what's up. We've talked about it. I think it's going to settle back where it was before. So
I feel like it's the chicken and the egg conversation. Like what
Wait,
came first?
what? I don't know. I don't remember the date that Secret Wars 8 came out.
I'm not sure.
And the thing is, like, they were all in a bullpen, and that's another thing, right? They were all writing these things. People are on different titles, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna do this thing. Cool. Can I like use it?" And you're like, "Okay, cool." And I don't think it was like planned out to be like, "Oh, I get to do the first, and then you can then follow suit." I think it's just, like they're in a bullpen. They're all working together.
I mean, it's possible.
Do you think it's just collectors trying to push up the value of these books?
I think it's people trying to figure out like what the true firsts are, like, because then you find out other books and you're like,
but we don't have anybody that could, even the creators going, oh well, this is the first appearance. I mean, it doesn't matter. The only thing that we have that would constitute as like the court, I should say, of comics would be the aftermarket. So whatever the aftermarket says goes is kind of how I think of it. So anyway, all right, number 17, Amazing Spider-Man number 252, the Ron Friends regular cover. What do we have for 16?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay. Marvel.
I had to think about it. Hold on, I had to think about it. Yes, you.
Okay, Marvel Team Up 14, Corey Walker, Battle Beast, Blind Bag Edition foil. The slabs are starting to hit the aftermarket. This book, out of numerous of, sorry, oh my goodness, I need to make my screen a little bit bigger because I can't
get into that age where you got to zoom in a little bit.
Yes.
Welcome.
Girls gotta get some glasses.
You know, my lines, they kind of like, you know, yes, I do have my glasses. I don't know where they at since the moves.
You can't wear glasses. You look too cute. You're like nerd bait when you put on your glasses. You can't do it.
I highlighted the doy. Okay. Okay, I must do again. The slabs are starting to hit the aftermarket. This book outnumber options from the Battle Beast Blind Bag. Might have been up there as most sought after. It reprints the famous Marvel Team Up 14, a very difficult book to track down and issue. Invisible fans are Jesus Christ. I need to practice more in reading. I haven't been.
No, you're doing great. No, but they're. Do
It's
you want me to take over? Or you got it.
Sure, yes, because I can't really like the freaking
You're fine. Okay, so the reprint of this book was a godsend for those who missed out or were priced out. That I think is usually the key. And it presents another opportunity for the collectors to add a limited book to their collection. However, with the graded versions hitting the market, collectors have to pick up the pick of the litter, with a CGC 10 topping the charts at $202. That seems actually kind of cheap if you ask me. As more hit the market, which is likely, there was a foil version, which was statistically raises the odds of, in the collector's favor, of securing a high grade. We tracked 26 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 10%, with a high sale of $57 for a 9.8 copy. Okay, so now I'm looking at that. That's a massive jump. And a current raw near mint fair market value of $21. So if the near mint's 21, the 9.8 is coming in at 57. That sounds like a fantastic deal. But then the 10, you're quadrupling it. That's kind of interesting, isn't it?
10's like incredibly hard to get.
Right?
I mean, I don't know. I think it depends on who's submitting. This will be a whole nother show for me, but I see people that are like, oh, I got 10s again. I'm like, yeah, of course you did.
Do they slip
But
that
you
people
get, like,
money?
they're slipping money underneath the table. They're
Yeah,
like,
I think there's ways to get 10s that I just haven't figured out yet. But maybe we'll start seeing more of them since PSA is supposedly not going to do like individual grades. Well, maybe a 9.8, but not the rest of them.
Interesting.
Did you guys know that?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't.
yeah.
I mean, it's about when you see comics come in from the distributor, I still feel like 10s are really hard to get, like regardless.
Yeah,
I'm
trying to. We've been in business for 15 years, and I think we've maybe got 10 10s the entire time. That's what I'm saying. But then I see other people that just get like a whole box of them. I'm like, how did that happen?
Well, wait, are they pressers?
No, but they have like influence. Curious. Anything to add to this one, girls?
It's
I still haven't opened mine.
You haven't opened it yet. Oh, you could have. No, did they find the 1/1000 yet? Or the 1/2000?
Did they?
I don't know. Like, I remember that was the one that everybody was looking for, but I don't really watch a lot of the live shows where they were ripping these open, so can't tell you.
I will say, if you peel a bunch of them together, like lightly, go along the spine, there's a thickness difference, and I think I can tell the difference between the Battle Beast #1 and then the reprints.
Which one's thicker?
The Battle Beast.
I think this needs to be a show. I think we need to get a bunch of blind bags for Jen.
And then I go, not Battle Beast, cut it open, boom.
When Adam opens his Pokemon cards, he learned this trick where like you turn them upside down and you count a certain amount, and that puts you on the rare card.
Well, for Pokemon cards, did you see that people are using like magnet, like some kind of like detectors to be like, oh, there's a good one in this one?
Cheating.
Wow, no way.
No, I did not know that. Okay.
Wow.
We're getting off topic again.
People are taking
number
the
6.
fun out of things.
Yeah, and like there was this video of this guy that was like waiting in line. There's this little kid trying to get his, and he's just like loading up his cart. And I was like, bro, you're like 50.
Wow, that's horrible.
The kid's like standing there with his money, like waiting his turn, and the guy just takes everything.
Oh, so sad.
It's a little funny. Not funny. Number 16, Marvel Team Up number 14, the Cory Walker Battle Beast Blind Bag Edition and foil. I mean, essentially, this book in a nutshell is just a chance for people that have those gaps in their collections to snag it up at a relatively decent price compared to the other one. All right. What do we have for number 15? This book again.
So apparently rumor has it Ryan Reynolds is aiming to develop an X-Force film for the MCU, but I thought I just saw something about Ryan Reynolds for sure he's gonna be in Secret Wars. So I didn't know about this X-Force film.
I didn't know about that either, but I'm sick of Ryan Reynolds. I'm just like, I don't know what it is about him. I don't want to see him.
Isn't he canceled already though?
I don't know. Like,
I mean, his wife is for sure. That be.
Yeah, I'm just kind of sick. I actually told you guys this on one of the other shows, though. Like, I thought that the last Deadpool film just got to the point where, like, there's a difference between, like, wit and cleverness and just vulgarity. And the vulgarity of the last movie just didn't make sense to me for the, I don't know, didn't hit. I'm in the minority there. I mean, he's definitely going to be back. We have to at least say that because he makes a shit ton of money for Marvel. So he's going to be back. Just in what capacity, though? What do you guys think will be?
I mean, I still think he makes a pretty good Deadpool.
He does. You know, the other thing too is, you know, this guy's got a lot of projects going. I mean, he's got a football club over in England, and now I just saw a commercial where he's for some kind of, I don't know if it's like internet service.
He owns Mint TV, like mobile and Mint. He owns that. Oh, he sold it or some shit like that. Yeah, but yes,
he sold it. I think T-Mobile technically now owns it, but he still is attached to it.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, dude, I think dude needs to fund whatever project. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna see an X-Force movie. I think he just also came out with a VR game for a Deadpool VR game. So,
but I thought the person who voices it isn't him; it's someone else.
The what?
The VR game. I thought it was someone else's voice. I thought it was Neil Patrick Harris. Is
it really?
I thought I saw some about a video game and Neil Patrick Harris portraying Deadpool. But I could be wrong.
I bet you he must have some rights to Deadpool, because why would he be able to do all this?
No. To own Deadpool?
Not to own it, but rights. He might have some rights.
I'm not saying completely own it, but like I'm sure Marvel was like, you know, you've helped us out. You know,
didn't he get people fired from the first one or the second movie or Deadpool so he can take over fully? That's why he was able to do this third one.
Well, he did pay to have the writers there for the first one. I don't know about the other ones.
Yeah,
the last one he definitely did. There was so much that you could tell from the script was pure him. There was a lot manipulated in the script, I would say, because of Ryan Reynolds, but that's what I'm saying. I used to like him, but now I'm just like, ugh.
Yes,
just don't like him anymore.
You know what? Right now that you did that, ugh, you know how he does that, like the ugh.
Yeah,
that's how
I just did it right now. I don't know. I don't like it when the actors get too much control over their own films, because then it's like now it's no longer the director's vision. It's no longer what they made it for the audience. It's whatever the superstar thinks they deserve to do.
Yeah, but I will say that what he said, I do not like this lady, but I will watch her videos, and I was like, yeah, I was hyped up.
Yeah, she's interesting.
What were you gonna say, Jen? That writers do need to be on film sets more, so things don't get away, right? Like whenever you see movies that you're like, this isn't what the character would do, and it seems really off, it's because the writers aren't there to like explain or to keep full control. Usually it's like, oh, it's a creative difference, and it's like, yeah, but now you're going away from the character. So I think for him to spend the money, at least on that first film, to have the writers there was, I don't know if it would be innovative. It was something it's rarely done, and I kind of wish more films did that.
I think it was a good measure at the first film. I think that at that point you're like, wow, we appreciate that you're actually looking out for the people that are going to be watching this. But then as he got bigger and as they just became more and more diva-esque, it became less about sticking true to the content and more about proving a point indirectly through the writing and the script.
Him creating his own character for the movie to kind of talk shit about somebody else was kind of like, ooh.
Yeah, it's a little cringy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Number 15, The New Mutants, number 98. We keep going off on all these tangents tonight, but oh wow.
We haven't seen and talked for so long. That's why.
It is. We all miss each other. 15 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 10% with a high sale of $999 for a 9.8. I remember this going for so much more back in the day. And a raw near mint fair market value of $368. What's up, Queen Q? We haven't seen you in forever.
I know. Miss you.
No kidding.
Thank you. Thank you.
In a minute.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate.
We love you. Yes. Next up, number 14. I was going to say 6, but it's not number 6.
I'll take this Sarah. It's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Yay. So we've got The Amazing Spider-Man, number 361. Cletus Cassidy is so last year. It's all about Eddie Brock as Carnage now. Seriously, it's like the trade identities more than they change their underwear. But this is a new and old Eddie is now a member of the Thunderbolts, a team that has risen in popularity since the release of the film. Should we see the Thunderbolts again, or at this point the new Avengers? Could it be possible we see Carnage on the team? But who knows? But Carnage does play a role in the original Brian Michael Bendis New Avengers run. Oh, the dots are connecting. We tracked 17 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 18% with a high sale of $280 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $100. I love this cover. It's such a classic. I love Carnage.
This entire run's classic. That's what I was gonna say. Like, if you're buying this to buy it, great. Otherwise, that's some long-term spec you're banking on. I mean, who knows how long it'll take to see if that comes into fruition or not. It does seem likely to me, but this isn't like a quick flip. But owning this book is definitely cool. I remember I found one of these at a garage sale when Anthony and I first started.
Wow.
I had this. I bought it for $1.25.
Wow.
Nice.
At the time, right? Fresh
Well,
off
yeah,
the
because
press,
it was at the
right?
time, yeah. And then I as I got older, I'm selling it. But I wish I would have kept it because it should be nice to have.
It's a memory looking at this thing. It's like, oh, yeah.
Remember when comics were that cheap?
Yeah, I know. Even when I got it was like $2.99. Now it's like double the price.
$5.99, $9.99 for some, which is crazy.
Ridiculous.
All right, The Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, 361. You already heard the stats, so let's keep cruising. We have 2 left, guys. If you are just hopping in, we are covering the runners-up. What do we have for 13?
Okay, let me try this again. Absolute Batman #1, Nick Dragotta, regular cover. While this book doesn't mark the first appearance of Absolute Batman, it is the book that is credited with the launching the Absolute universe into the mainstream. It delivered a whole new iteration of Batman to fans, and they just ate it up. Every cover, every printing has collectors after it, and we're still seeing it. Each issue release expanding the fan base, and there are those who are ready to revisit the first issue. The Absolute Universe has expanded rapid clip, but fans still look to this book after the shining star. It's a modern key that has ballooned in price rapidly, but there are still collectors that aiming to get their foot in the door. We track 17 copies sold at 7-day growth trend of 29% with a high sale of 110 for a CGC 9.8 and a copy and current raw near mint for fair market value of $35. So like it's still cover A issue 1 is still going for a good price.
And it's such an organically good thing to see this type of stuff happening. Like this book was just a really good story. It still blows my mind that more people weren't all in and all in.
Yep.
That's technically the first of everything. But yeah, to see this one holding strong is very cool. Very
cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I still haven't read it, but I need to get.
Have you read it? You haven't read any of them?
Not yet. I haven't been reading in a while. It's been a while since I read books. For my birthday, my cousin got me some comics. So, but they're like more, my type, horror, indie comics. But yeah.
Well, you and I are kind of the same with that, though. We're always like, I don't know if I want to read DC or Marvel. Trust me, you'll like this. It's
I never got into really like not all Marvel, but I will read a few of them. But I was like mostly DC, and then I just kind of like move more to like to independent. But I will read here and there, like my main was always Wonder Woman, Batman, and Flash that I will read. But yeah,
Wonder Woman was pretty good too. I was actually liking it better than the other two when they first came out, but then I kind of switched as the issues went on. I went back to Batman. But what were you gonna say, Jen?
The trades are coming out soon for all these.
Yes. Yeah, that'd be a good time to catch up. Yeah. Even though I do think that it would be in your best interest to track down a cover A. I really do.
And I'll say something that's not bad, but
What?
you can actually read some of the first issues on DC. I know I shouldn't have said anything. Or so even like other publishers, they usually have their first issue online. So I was able to read. But it's interesting. So DC, but I read this, but it wasn't the whole comic. They gave you like, I think it was story. They called it A and B, but then the rest you have to pay for. So I just have to. I mean, the story was good, but I'll just have to wait for the trade. So
well, in that adventure comics that has the first appearance of Crypto, the facsimile out tomorrow. If you don't win the Golden Biscuit, they're doing like a free 30 days for their DC online comics. I know a lot of retailers are kind of disliking that because that wasn't told to the retailers, and you're kind of promoting another free stuff. But I'm just saying, like, if you're getting the Crypto facsimile, Lucy, you get 30 days of free comics. Why not then? See if you want to purchase.
You can go on there and catch up and tell me which one you like the best. And
I know the 3 of them, right?
It's just not as intimidating because you don't have to know everything about every single backstory issue. Like, just kind of start fresh. Brand new. All right, number 13, Absolute Batman. Number 1, the Nick Dragata regular. Last but not least for our runners-up, what do we have for number 12?
This is Uncanny XMen 282. It's the first appearance of Bishop, which is funny because I feel like for a long time this was like mega cheap, like $1 to $2.
It is mega cheap. You can still dig these out.
Well, I mean, now people are starting to become more aware of it, though. Like, I think mega cheap is $1 to $2. To me, $13. I'm like, ooh.
I think I have this one.
$5,
Huh?
$6.
I think I might have this one.
Wait, but what are the rumors? Rumors are we'll see them on the screen soon?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It hasn't quite played out, but when the rumors began, you know how this stuff happens. They said that John Boyega was interested.
Ooh, that'd be cool. I like him.
I mean, that could do it.
Wait, how tall is John Boyega? Bishop's like a big dude.
He's pretty tall. I remember. I remember when I watched his first movie. John like attacked the block. It was so good, and it was not like famous till that movie started coming up till they said he was in Star Wars, and then people started watching it, and I'm like,
he's 5'9". I'm taller than he is.
Dang.
But aren't all actors like they're short? They're not above like 6 feet tall.
Method Man, that would have been cool.
We can make him look tall, right? We'll just kind of like Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. We'll give him like really nice shoes.
Well, I mean, Wolverine is not tall, and look at who played him. Like,
but he should be short.
I liked Baby Wolverine in Deadpool 3. That was so cute. I love that. I wish they would have stuck with it. That would have been great.
All right. Well, that was the final one on our list tonight, guys. That was the Uncanny XMen Volume 1, number 282. And we tracked 10 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 42%, with a high sale of $64 for a 9.8 and a current fair market value of $13. But I'm pretty sure if you start digging around in your LCS, you can get it for less. All right, next up. So, guys, if you're familiar with the show, every week we like to do a little like what we're looking forward to picking up tomorrow. This one I know is going to throw everybody off. I don't think people are going to get this. So, guess in the chat from left to right, which panelist do you think chose which cover?
You know what's tough is that there's definitely multiple times. I think only a couple times we've been like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to double pick it. Right? But it's rare. We try not to double pick.
That's true.
But there's so many times where I'm like, I like all of them.
I actually wanted to give something away. I don't even care. I actually wanted the Lozano as my pick, but stinking somebody else on this panel got to it first. But I was thinking about doubling.
Okay, so now you're telling them like, that could have been. That's not Laura's.
That's not Laura's. Hey, look and see this.
We'll see. I'm just going to show them they're not right, but I'm just showing them.
I do
I
like
actually
that
got
cover.
denied. Okay, I'm sorry. I was reading all this stuff. I actually got denied. I tried to get a Skokie library card. I got denied.
Shut up.
No, I did. I got, so Britt and I signed up at the
awesome.
same time, and Britt's like, "Hey, it came in. What does yours say?" And I'm like, "I got denied. I got denied library."
I think they must have watched the show, Jen.
I was
And they're
gonna
like,
say,
Yeah, they
"Uh-uh."
know.
How did you get denied from the library?
I want to go in person and talk to them and be like, "I have a question. What the rumors you heard are not true."
It's not me. It's not me. Oh my god,
Oh
this
my
is
gosh.
fun.
Wrong. Sort of right. I like all these,
Laura.
but no, it's wrong too. Okay, we'll give them like 10 more seconds, and we'll just kind of move on here. Wrong, JD. Wrong.
There's a lot of people who are close though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's my pick that's throwing this off. I know it is.
Yeah.
I think so too.
It's not something I would usually pick. Another huge hint, guys. Come on.
I think mine's kind of obvious for some of them because they've been watching the show for a long time. So
Oh yeah, yours is super
Yours is
obvious.
obvious.
Mhm.
Well, if you don't know, start with Jen. Which one do you think is Jen's? Come on.
Yeah.
But I really liked
Oh,
out
wait.
of these, what?
I think JD got it.
Oh, he did get it right after I mocked him for being wrong. He got it. All
Look,
right.
and then
Congrats.
what? Oh, yeah.
See, now you guys would have known. They're like, oh, why is Laura picking Jeff the Land Shark? She doesn't even like Marvel stuff, blah, blah, blah. You would have known that the first artist I was into was Art Germ.
Mhm.
Yeah. He did my Catwoman 4 book that I like. So when I saw that Art Germ was doing a rendition of this, there's a couple different variations to this title, which are good, but this is the one that just won my heart. I'm like, if I can get an Art Germ of Jeff the Land Shark, and this is the beginning of his first miniseries, so that's kind of cool too. If you guys didn't read Marvel Rivals, that's kind of where he gained all of his popularity. And yeah, I'll pick this up at cover.
Adorable.
It's cute, right, Sarah?
I actually read a trade with some of Jeff's storylines where he becomes Venomized. I think Stephanie Phillips wrote it. Super cute. Adorable. He's just an adorable character. I wish he was in more stuff.
What's
I
his
just like
first appearance? This one? Is this the one in A New
Isn't that
Avenger?
Deadpool annual?
Which one?
Maybe?
Oh,
No,
West
no.
Coast.
It's
Is it
a
West Coast
Avengers.
Avengers?
Yes.
Yeah, I
yes.
think it's West
yes.
Coast.
I think I have that first appearance.
It's only for like $50, or it was anyways.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the
Jen.
Is it Deadpool annual the one that has him like at the feet of Deadpool on the throne?
Wait, what's the question? What was the question?
I think I was picturing the other cover with him and Deadpool.
For the
You're
first
right.
appearance of, no, Lucy's right, because we had a bunch of them,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mhm.
So Jen, why'd you pick this?
So I really like Dr. Aphra, and so I've watched all the Star Warses. In Resistance, even though it's bad, there was a character that appears that's locked in a Sith temple, and I got really excited. And I really thought it was an old Dr. Aphra, and then it wasn't, and then they changed her to be kind of a lame character, and then I stopped watching because I was like, oh my god, it'd be so awesome. Well, because she was like, because it's her. I thought it was her being older, still doing this like Indiana Jones type thing.
Yeah,
And then
that would have been
when
cool.
I was like, wow.
Alex,
And we still haven't gotten her in
so
any of the
funny.
movies. I remember when people thought that she was one of the officers on the bridge, and no. So I just really like this cover by Sarah Pacelli. It's a 125. There's also one in 100, but that's harder to come by. The 125, I think.
Oh my god. Anthony, yes, like Adam. This song is gonna be stuck in my head, Baby Shark, because of Alex.
Oh,
Mariah sings it all the time. Like,
You know what's funny? So the comic that I just mentioned, that I just read, that's what they did to get the Venom symbiote off of Jeff. They played
the
Baby
Baby
Shark. Yeah, they played the
Yeah.
Baby Shark song to get it off of him. Yeah, super cute.
that's so funny. Mariah, the way she says grandma, she's like grandma, but it's because she's doing like the the shark, like it's so funny. Yeah, but see, this one I could see like this one. I would have if I would have not known or think like Jen or Sarah picked Jeff the shark, and then if not, Laura. I mean, Sarah or Jen the doctor. I it's just
It's
nice
a cute
and-
homage too, right? Like I like the look of it.
Yeah. I
Sarah,
like
on the original, what do the numbers mean?
It's the lost combination.
Oh, damn, you quizzed me last time and I totally blinked. I was hoping I'd get you next
I will
time.
never
All right.
forget that. I'll be on my deathbed and I'll be like, the number's so
I knew it too. It drove me. I was like, oh my God, I know this answer. But all right, good pick, Jen. Sarah, what'd you choose and why?
I chose this gorgeous, groovy, vintagey Zatanna issue number 5 by the fabulous Alexander Lozano. I just love this. I love his style. Let's just say I just love his style with, the Supergirl that he just did that was on the top 10. He's done a Black Cat. I just love how it's like, it reminds me of old vintagey goodness. And I love that she's got the little bunny hat on, or the head of a bunny, but I also like the little bunny holding, little top hat with a little magic wand. It's gorgeous and it's cute and I just love it.
I like it too.
It's so cute, I know. And I was like, oh, I want this. It's so adorable.
Don't get mad, but I would actually prefer it if that little bunny wasn't there.
Yeah.
I think it would look better if it was just her coming out of the hat clean with that bunny gone. I know. I mean, when you were telling us in the chat, you're like, I like that little bunny. I'm like, I hate that bunny. I'm like, I want it.
There's a cover done by Aunt Lucia for DC Bombshells, and it's Zatanna. She's on the cover, but then there's John Constantine is the bunny rabbit. So he's got the little tie, and he's smoking his cigarette. It's just cute. So maybe I think we're bunny rabbits.
No, Liger. Wrong. Cat. I don't like the little. It looks like a squirrel on my screen, actually.
A squirrel?
Doesn't it look like a squirrel to you? Oh, hold on. Blonde moment for me. I thought that big poof was part of the bunny.
It's her tail.
It's her tail.
It's the outfit's tail, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay, look at it my way. Like
I see it. I see what you mean.
Does it look like a squirrel with his big old tail coming up the neck?
Mm-hmm.
I see it.
Oh, now I don't mind it as much. I'm like, why did they put it like a squirrel? Now I like. Okay, I was looking at that really badly. Liger, come on, like pull your eyes back.
Okay. Okay, so mine, obviously, Frank Cho is one of the 50 Catwoman. And I like how he said that he thought that was yours because you like the one from Campbell. And, I like the concept, like the one that, Campbell did. I just don't, you guys know how I feel. I didn't like it, but I like the concept. And then there's like, that's why I'm like, oh my God, I love this. It's Frank Cho's. Also, I love that artist. And I don't know, I just like it looks very, classy. I don't know. She just like
it looks like Art Nouveau.
Like yes, it just looks so beautiful. Like, and I love this. I will frame this. I want this book, and I will frame it. But yeah, it's just it's one of the 50. It's such a beautiful cover. And I'm glad that it was Frank Cho and not other artists making this cover.
I'm actually changing my pick to your pick. I'm going to take Lucy's pick, and she can have mine. Yeah, I just switched us.
How dare she? No.
That's what everyone was guessing in the chat, though.
That's why everybody was saying that it was yours. Like, we threw everybody off this time.
I really do like that. And like the more you talked about it, the more I like it too. What a cool way to homage without like it being an exact duplicate, but just like you're inspired by it in your own style.
Love this. But yeah, those are our picks.
All right. And then next up, we're kind of guessing at what we think could possibly make the top 10. And I will say this. We might be a panel of women, but we are right all the time.
We're
never wrong. It's
great.
great.
Because we're influencers.
And because we're
we
women,
haven't
so
said
we're never.
that, Sarah. Dang it! I forgot about that. Dang
Yeah,
it.
we're influencers.
Influencers.
We influencers.
Jen, you don't get a joke. That's why.
Okay.
It's a joke. We're not being
I made me
serious.
feel bad about this too. I came back on the show one week. They're like, "Oh, Laura won't understand what we mean by comic book." Like it was like an inside joke the entire time. I was like, "I know what a
It
book
was
is."
hilarious.
Yeah, Jen, you want to cover this?
So this is current pre-sales of books that are coming out tomorrow. Now, I'm not saying one of these 6 will for sure make those. It's also just the title period, right? Like out of these 6. Now, the interesting thing is the only not one for 100 on this thing is, Lord, did you guys get it too? It was Marvel 616 Day, the retailer pack.
We did, yeah. And people are talking about it all over social media. Anthony has it.
Yeah, so you get 4 comics in it, and then you get pins. Although a lot of retailers, what is it? Marvel. Oh crap! There's a book that comes every now and then that it's like a really cheap Marvel book that they put in saran wrap or like a tight wrap. It's like a pack, and they're like cheap comics. And apparently, for a lot of retailers, those packs got put on top of the 616 day pack.
Oh god.
So for them, the pins that are inside actually punctured some of the books for them. So you're probably going to see a lot of not near mint.
Wait, who's sending this?
This was the Marvel. Marvel put out a little pack.
But who are the ones packaging everything and sending them out?
Non-comic book people.
But no, isn't it? But which one is it? Penguin? Is it like
used to be Diamond?
It was
because this is like the shit that Diamond used to do all the time. They will throw little fucking, excuse my language, but like the little flyer things and the bottom and the comic books on top, and they will ship it, and then we will get so many comics like damaged because of shit like this. And then when they went to a different, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna do things right. We're not gonna do this," and then bam, they're doing it. So that's why I'm like, isn't it funny? And now that Diamond's not in the picture,
yeah,
like,
maybe
they're doing shit.
I'm gonna ask again. I want to know
What,
if ours are
lazy?
damaged.
I mean,
thank you, John. Thank you, JD.
Gmart's ones were fine, right? Like ours, because we actually did open the pack up, and then looked inside. Now, inside the pack, like inside that envelope that you see on the screen, they're in another clear plastic pack. So people are opening them up, and then you'll see the bundles for sale, but the outer envelope is open. But I kind of like that better because you'll see if the comics are damaged or not.
Okay,
That's
so which
true.
ones do you
Normally,
think?
I wouldn't like it that way. Huh?
You'd want it sealed.
Yeah, I would want it sealed. I would want it unopened. But now when you mention the damage part of it, then in this particular scenario, I would do that too.
Well, because they put pins inside. And then, one retailer got, so the pins are the Fantastic Four, one of each. But one of them was like, "Hey, did anyone get 2 Johnny Storms? Because he got 2 Mr. Fantastics." It's like, oh,
That's
really? You guys couldn't put each character? That sucks for that retailer.
Here's your job number 3. So, okay, you included that one on here. What else is here?
Oh, sorry. The other ones are the Dr. Afro 1 in 100. You have the Jeff Landshark 1 in 100. But again, hey.
Adam says hi.
Hi,
All my
Adam.
guys are just jumping in today. Say hi to the girls.
Burger, yo.
Yum.
Yummy.
Yo.
Bye, ladies.
What's up, yo?
Perfect.
Bye, bruh. Oh,
That was
he's so
cute.
handsome.
Jeff Landshark. What else was there?
Then Leslie the Virgin.
Bring on the Bad Guys, Doom.
I mean, like, dude, I don't know. I might dyslexic. What the hell? I'm like, Leslie.
Oh my god. It's too late for this.
So you have Bring on the Bad Guys, Doom, with that new character. I forgot what her name is. Do you remember her name, Laura?
It's Leslie the Virgin.
No, this is in the read too. No,
Lord, do you remember so it's a new character, but she's on her own normal open order cover, and then it's a 1 in 10, and then there's this 1 in 100.
Little baby, little dude, I can't read. I said little baby. Oh Lord, I better stop reading.
Yeah, you're fired from reading for tonight. You're no longer allowed to read.
Battle
Oh,
Beast
sorry, Jen.
number 2, and then the Godzilla versus Avengers. So out of these 6 titles, which title do you think will make the top 10? Not even just the 1 in 100, just a title.
I do think Jet the Land Shark will make it. I'm
yes,
sticking by that.
for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's just honestly like these are better covers than what we've seen in the past few weeks. And then we have seen that whatever has made to this like list that you make, we have seen, almost every week one of them or two. And I just feel honestly this week that there's good ones like Lee Bermejo, like he's an incredible artist, and I really like I like that the art, and I just feel like also for Sarah Pichelli, this one, the Rivals.
You guys know this. It's Pichelli.
Sorry.
Pichelli.
And then the Fantastic Fours, even the other one, the Godzilla versus Avengers, I really like that art on that one. I feel like I don't know, I think the 5 of them could make to the list. I don't know. It's hard for me to pick one.
I'm going to ask Ant since he walked in. Which one do you think will make the top 10 next week? So you got Sarah Pichelli on Star Wars, Dr. Aphra, Jeff the Land Shark. There's the 616 packs. Do you know if ours got damaged? Okay, sorry. Ignore that. Which one do you think?
Jeff the Land Shark.
That's what I said.
I think we'll hold just because that Rivals game still goes hard and people come in for stuff like that.
Yeah.
And my 616 package did not get damaged.
Yay!
What kind of pins did we get?
I don't know. Some guy was like, "Is that 616 packer with pins?" So I sold it to him.
Oh, shoot. It might be on the list next week. I don't know.
The pins?
All of it. You never know.
She got them.
I'm sure the pins will be collectible.
I think the pins are going for I think I saw a sold one for $12 or $13.
Oh, I sold mine for 20.
Oh, perfect. So we're good.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So who's up next? Who didn't vote? Jen.
Sarah and Jen.
Sarah
I'm
Jen.
And
going
you,
with
Laura.
Jeff. I'm going with Jeff all the way.
I said the Land Shark. Yeah.
Jen.
Okay, Sarah and I are on the same page. Both said
Yeah,
shark.
I mean, I like Jeff the Land Shark. I mean, there's a lot of talk around this new. I can't even. I don't know which way. But the female villain from the Bring on the Bad Guys. There's talk around her. I kind of feel like this pack, because it was kind of out of left field. No one ordered it. What? Because it's 4 books, but they're all I don't know. I think I'll just go Jeff. That's just safe.
Is that how your brain works? You wake up in the morning, you're like, I could put on pants. I could put on shorts. I could put on a shirt. I'm gonna go back to bed.
Yeah, I do that. I love my
brain goes
dogger.
through all these
Jen's sounds about right.
Throw it in the chat. All right, guys. Well, there's our pick. So that was it for us tonight. Like I said before, if you haven't already, please follow Covrprice and use code Nirvana14. Birds Comics, same deal. We will be at Heroes Con. By we, I mean Anthony. I'm not going, in North Carolina. So if you're there, stop by. I don't remember what the booth number is, and I don't.
It's supposed to be one of the best digger conventions.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Although I'm kind of bummed because Las Vegas is the same time, and I actually wanted to go to Vegas to see Gabe, and now I can't. So anyway, all right, let's do some round table. Sarah, you're up first.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Alex.
Well, thank you all for coming in. Thank you for participating. What a wonderful Tuesday. We've got Jen back. So that just made this night so much more special. But anyways, we have fabulous content every week. We have the guys from Long Story Short on Thursday. We've got the Toy Box on Saturday, Cover Lovers on Monday, and then you're back with us on Tuesday. And you should subscribe, share our wonderful content. We go live every freaking Tuesday. We love this stuff. If you can't tell, we love nerding out. We love comic books. So, bring in as many people as you can, and, follow all these wonderful women on Instagram as well. And yeah, give us a thumbs up. Give us a comment in the, what do you call it? The algorithm, blah, blah, blah. We'll see you next Tuesday.
All right. Lucy, anything to add to that?
What Sarah said. Give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, that. Jen, last words?
I missed you guys.
Aw, she loves you guys. Or us. Us or them.
Well, everybody.
Everybody.
I missed all you guys. All you
She
guys.
means us, not you guys. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good night.